Welcome to Luke Beard Coaching. Let's get you successful and ready to achieve your goals. Over the past 20 years, I have personally closed over 2,500 deals and have coached hundreds of agents like yourself in creating the next level of success in their business. Welcome to Luke Beard Coaching, where agents learn the great way. So what is the great way? It's a systematic approach to crush it in real estate through social media, systems, scripts, lead generation, and mindset, all while getting your life back. Thanks for joining me on our time management today. I want to teach you lots of great things on what types of things you should be managing in your time. So let me ask you a question. What's the scarcest and most valuable resource? Is it data, money, land, water, air, knowledge? Right? No, it's actually time. Time is the most scarcest and most valuable resource. Why? Because you can't get it back. Time management is life management. We own our time and we have the responsibility to control it. It's our job to set a plan for our time based on what's important to us. So whatever you're doing, is it important? If it's important, it should be in your time. Once we set a plan, it's not an option to move away from it. Once we set our plan, those are the things that are important to us, so we're managing our time to make sure we get those things done. Strong time management equals what? Success. The most successful people are highly scheduled people, such as a doctor, right? You go into a doctor's office, you have a schedule. You don't usually just show up unless it's like an ER, but for a doctor, you got to call and make an appointment. And he might tell you, or she might tell you, hey, we're 2-3 weeks out, and you just have to wait. They're scheduled people. So we are also scheduled people because we're real estate agents. Our time is very effective if we manage it correctly. So we have to make sure we're scheduling those things out, scheduling our time. And you want to prioritize based on desired results. Review your goals, learn what activities are most effective at producing your desired results, and then you want to prioritize those activities. Real estate is commission-based, so we must structure ourselves to increase our productivity, which in turn will allow us to earn additional income. Our overall goal is to earn more money, increase personal time, work less, help clients, and enjoy our daily life. So Abraham Lincoln said, if I had 6 hours to chop down a tree, I'd spend the first 4 hours sharpening the axe. What would your business look like if you spent time sharpening your axe? Your skills in selling real estate are your axe. So what if we were to spend even 1 hour daily working to become better at selling homes, serving our clients, and running our business? What would the result be? We would be investing 5 hours per week in personal and professional improvement, or 20 hours a month, for a total of 240 hours a year extra in developing our business. That's 6 weeks a year of straight working on your skills in selling real estate. Imagine the difference in your income for you and the increase of service to your clients with that approach. Focus on being efficient, sharpening your axe. What's the axe in your real estate business? What do you need to sacrifice in order to sharpen your axe? And how far are you willing to go to increase your success? You have to understand yourself better. Figure out your personal rhythm. Then it will be easier to stay in a good mood and get things done that you want to get done, right? So what time of day are you most efficient? Are you a morning person? Are you a night person? I do better in the morning. So at nighttime, I want to relax and just enjoy myself. So in the morning, I want to make sure I'm getting all my prospecting done, right? And all my things that I need to get out of the way. So when I'm less effective in the afternoon, that stuff's done. What are your personal and business priorities? What do those look like? What kind of tasks do you enjoy most? Which tasks do you dread and don't want to do? What kind of environment do you work best at? That's the environment you need to start setting up when you're diving into time management. The only place success comes before work is, guess, in the dictionary. So you have to work really hard to create the success. Yes, success comes before in the dictionary, but in real life you got to work, then it creates that success. So time management is a lot of work, and it's a lot of what do I do here? What do I do there? But once we get this in play, you're going to be thankful for the rest of your life. So let's jump right into this. Categorize your time blocks. We have our profit activities, our support activities, in our admin activities. And I want to go through those tips, a little bit of tips before we jump into that. I want to add a little bit of flex time. So 15 minutes every 2 to 3 hours, get up, stretch your legs, take a quick walk, return some phone calls, get a cup of coffee, go to the bathroom, whatever you need to do. But those are going to be good for when we start planning these activities out, that you make sure to add your flex time in your calendar. Okay? So I want you to also batch your activities together. Batching allows you to gain momentum. It warms you up and puts you in rhythm. So if you book one appointment, you'll gain confidence to maybe make another call and get your next appointment. So we want to put things in batches. So if we're doing one task, keep with that task until you complete it. Check your voicemail and email maybe each hour, not every 10 minutes or every 5 seconds you're checking your voicemail and email. Put those in batches, so at the end of every hour, I'm going to check my voicemail and do that. So your profit activities, these are profit activities such as prospecting, cold calling past clients, working calls to your sphere, cold calling, warm calling, which is targeted calls like expireds or FSBOs, withdrawns, networking and follow up on your leads, qualifying prospects, listing presentations, buyers meetings, well share building through agent attraction and team building, and showing property. We want to maximize profit activities because that'll lead you to your most success, okay? And you want to invest 60% of your time, half of that on prospecting and half of that on lead follow-up, and I'm going to kind of go walk you through that. So this is a short synopsis of how you plan your day. You want to plan your profit activities first. If you don't plan, then you plan to fail. Things will come up, but you must commit and just do it, or it'll never get done. Okay, so that's why we want to plan these things first, because they might be our most daunting tasks, but we're going to get those things done first. Lead generation. Prospecting is the act of generating leads. So lead follow-up is staying connected with leads to convert them into customers. So don't combine prospecting and lead follow-up. They're different. So you want to invest 2 hours per day in lead generation, which is just what? Making calls, generating those leads. Okay. Then you got your lead follow-up. This is the process of converting your leads into clients or appointments. So you should spend equal time on the lead follow-up. You want to spend about 2 hours a day on your lead follow-up. Who do I need to contact? I've already kind of got them on the hook, or they've come in through an ad. Now I need to follow up on that lead to make sure I can convert them into an appointment. Then you have your support activities. Don't directly bring in the income, but they're essential for running your business. So we want to develop a program to generate leads. That's some of the support activities, right? We're creating marketing strategies. We're developing promotional pieces like brochures, postcards, listing presentations, buyers presentations. We're encouraging brand building among the public. Those are the activities that you'll do for your support activities. We want to track and monitor and review our sales results. We want to do social media strategies and marketing and sales. We want to create our auto drip campaigns, and we want to do our personal development in our support activities. Support time block and hours. So time block is support activities in the afternoon. So when you have your least energy is when you want to start doing your support activities. It also allows you to do your profit activities in the morning, right? Because we want to do those profit activities in the morning so we get them done. So if we're less activity in the afternoon, those things are already done. It keeps support activities to about 2 hours a day. These tasks can be time consuming, but it's important to not let them take more than 2 hours of your day. Okay, so some of your support protocols would be streamline the process, make a system to make the process faster, or eliminate some of the steps. So when I'm looking at example might be make 10 brochures at a time instead of just one. So we're batching those things for the support stuff, and we're making it easy on ourselves. So when we're doing our time management, it becomes more effective. We want to create templates. So have sales follow-up letters or emails templates that are customizable. Batch that work and put all similar tasks together. Example would be like, maybe call the sellers to update them on the same day each week. So every Friday or every Monday is when you call all your sellers back and give them the update for the week on how many showings they've had, what the buyer feedback was, etc. Learn what and when to delegate and to whom. Do you know what to delegate? Learn what you need to be delegating and what you can delegate so your time is more effective. We want to hire help because if we need to eventually get to the point where we can hire a part-time assistant to start, who maybe wants a low pressure opportunity me and wants to learn some of the real estate. Because remember, if you don't have an assistant, then you are the assistant. And how do we effectively get to that next level of success? We hire people to help us because we can't do it all. Through time management, you can do a lot more, but you'll eventually get to that point where we need somebody to help us out. Do some role playing, set time to role play, prepare for appointments or listing presentations, buyer's appointments, agent attraction calls. These are critical in increasing a positive outcome, and this will help you grow your success results. So you want to set up a time and a place to role play with people. Put it in your schedule. Why? Because we're talking about time management. We want to manage our time, so that needs to be part of our scheduling, is in there to role play and practice these things. Start with appointment setting techniques or scripts. Start there. Maybe do some scripts back and forth together, and then when you get better at that, you can go more into presentation style role playing, but that really helps. Find a partner to role play with. Have your partner offer various responses, and then evaluate what you're doing. Start going into your scripts and your dialogues and just making yourselves better. You want to review sales results. You want to keep track of how many leads you generate, track the conversion rate to the leads to sales, and then the time you spent gathering data doesn't earn you the money directly, but it does show you what works and what you need to modify or adjust to be more successful. So an example of review and tracking would be you receive 20 leads, but only you convert maybe one. So you could be pursuing a low quality lead, or B, your follow-up strategy is off. So maybe you could change some of those scripts around to be more effective when trying to pick up that lead follow-up. Or maybe you've just failed to grab their attention, period, so you got that first 7 seconds. So create something better on the front end when you're doing your lead follow-up that'll attract that client to you a little quicker. And then you have your admin activities. They don't generate income, but you must do them as part of your quality service. So we have our profit activities, we have our support activities, and we have our admin activities. And that would include processing, copying, mailing, stamping, faxing, your filing stuff, some of your inspection stuff, updating some internet sites maybe, or anything we do after taking a listing or sale. And you only want to invest about 1 hour or less in the admin activities, because that's all you really need to do that type of stuff. You want to be focusing more on your profit and your support activities, growing that business, working in your business and working on your business, and then the admin stuff is kind of at the tail end that needs to be done. So if you don't have somebody, you got to do this yourself, but you want to invest about maybe an hour of that a day. So here's some tips for success when you start time managing and putting these systems together. You want to review your schedule right before the next day starts. You want to go in there and start making any adjustments you need. You want to plan a year in advance, then break it up. So you want to break that down weekly, monthly, daily, hourly. But we want to start big, right? So we'll start at a year and kind of break that down. Tips for success for some more time blocking is like turn the TV off. You got to just shut it down. You got to learn to say no, right? Everybody always asks you, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? You just have to learn to say no. We have to know exactly what we're doing when we're doing it. Do it now, not later. Attack the pile. Maybe make sure you're adding the flex times every 3 hours. So an example of a schedule would look something like this. 7 to 8, you're going to do your great morning. 8 to 8:30, you want to check emails and voicemails and return them. 8:30 to 10:30, we're going to cold call and warm call, which is our profit activities. Then 10:30, 11:30, we're going to make the listing presentation, which is a support activity. 11:30 to noon, we're going to take lunch. 12 to 12:30, we're going to return calls and emails. 12:30 to 2:30, we're doing our lead follow-up. Remember, we're splitting that lead follow-up. That's a profit activity as well. 2:30 to 2:45, we got our flex time, right? We need to stretch our legs, get up, drink some coffee, do whatever we need to do. And then 2:45 to 3, we're going to return those calls and emails. 3 to 4, you're going to create auto campaigns, which is what your support activities. 4 to 4:15, return calls and emails. 4:15 to 5:15, we're going to work files, datas, which is our admin stuff. So we're working the files and all the dates for our admin activities. And then 5:15 to 5:30, we're planning for what? The next day. We're planning for tomorrow. It's important, you guys, that you remember this. 4 hours of profit activities every single day. 2 hour lead gen, 2 hour lead follow-up. Then we have 2 hour support activities, and then we have 1 hour admin activities with our flex time every 3 hours, and then time to return calls and emails. And I want you to use the time tracking sheet. That's what you want to start using, because it's really going to be effective on making sure you're adding all your profit, all your support, and all your admin activities in there. Don't get discouraged, because time management takes time to develop. We often overestimate what we can accomplish in a day or a week, you guys, but we underestimate what we can achieve 6 months or a year. So look, you think, oh man, I need to accomplish all these things. Break those down into smaller bites, right? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Same with your goals. How do you accomplish and how do you be successful at time management? One bite at a time. Know what your end goal is and then break those things down. Don't get caught up in the trap of frustration, because it's very frustrating when maybe our time doesn't go exactly how we want it to. Relax, take a deep breath. Time management is really life management. The more you figure out how to manage your life and manage your time, they coexist with each other. So time management is really life management. And when you change your habits, you change your results. Thank you for taking the time to make yourself better. As remember, the better you are, the better the people around you become. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Now get out there, change the world the great way.